Hello everyone, this is Dr. Hollis. I am creating this video as a way to help you all navigate the course website again, just in case you have any questions about how to read, process the primary source assignment. And so all of my classes, also similar to the other introduction video that you all saw, all of my classes will make use of primary source labs. And so what that means is it's really important for us to consider material from the time period from which we're studying. So sometimes those materials are written documents, sometimes it's art, sometimes it's media like audio or films. And for most of the classes, you'll have a similar format to upload and to access those materials. Going back to Blackboard here, we see, for example, week 2 of this course, I ask the students to select one primary source, and once they selected the one primary source, then I ask them to complete a primary source worksheet, right? And so I'll walk you through what that means. I'll walk you through how to fill in the form, save it, and most importantly, how to share your results with me. So this example I'm giving you is from early African American history course 235. And so the students have an opportunity in the second week to look at some primary source documents, some material that are actual transcriptions from very, very old records that tell the story of some of the first Africans to come to the Americas, right? And so we see here all of the links provided include a title of the text, a little bit of a description, and then if we were to click through, for example, young black man named Juan Moreno or Juan Prieto, who worked for Christopher Columbus's servant, considered the first black person to the first black person on record to arrive in the Americas since 1492. So let's say a person were to choose, this is the document that they want to read more deeply, analyze, think about. You'll see, they'll see the original record here, and then they'll also see the transcription. And the transcription will always be literally just something that transcribes the original language to the into a print form, like a typed form of the original language. If folks don't speak Spanish, can't read Spanish, there's also a translation. Okay, so the translation takes the manuscript, which is the original material, runs and converts it from the transcription of the original material to the translation. So you could, if you wanted to, go straight to the translation. And that will provide you with the first person account story behind this young black man from the era of around 1500. And so you read the record after, and it's also smart to, if you have this as an option, not all the sources provided as an option, but if you do have it as an option, it's also smart to read the commentary. So someone will provide additional context. The historian usually provides additional context to some of these records. So if you see that, then of course, I think it's pretty smart to read it. So once you've familiarized yourself with the actual document, the commentary, then it's time to go to work. Okay. Hopefully you've taken some notes while you're reading. A very smart way for you to take notes is, as you read, since I'm asking you to fill in a form on this material, as you read, answer questions that you can answer, right? So what type of document is it? So as you read, figure out what type of document it is. And if it doesn't fit in any of these categories, newspaper, letter, patent, memorandum, map, telegram, press release, report, any of these, then you click other. So, I'm not saying that this document counts as other, but I'm just showing you how the process will go through in terms of the template. Because after all, that's for you all to do. I really want you to provide your first bit of analysis, your first bit of thinking, and I want to see what you come up with, right? So then if there's any unique characteristics of the document, interesting letterhand, handwritten, typed. And because obviously the example I gave you had both, because it had the original manuscript as well as typed versions, either of those would, count as accurate. The date of the document, so you type that in, and then I don't know. So make sure I'm just showing template, right? And then author, you would type in author. If you saw a clear author, the position title, what the audience was written for, you would type in your opinion, all of that, right? Um, why do you think this document was written? What evidence does it provide? List 2 things that the document tells you about the United States at the time it was written. And in cases of, for example, the early African American history class, that second week, a lot of those documents are related to um, other parts of other parts of the Americas. Like that one document may not have even been representing a place that even eventually became a part of the United States. But it does teach us something about the early history of the United States in terms of where race relations, where ideas about slavery, where ideas about blackness at the intersections of this new quote unquote space came from, some of those cultural relationships, depending on what lands and territories also were Spanish in the early what became America, right? United States. So thinking about places like the Florida or the Mississippi or Texas, like all of those kinds of cultural continuity sites. So think about that, right? Write a question to the author that's left unanswered from the document. This is one of my more favorite examples. This questionnaire is put together by the National Archives, and I think it does a really good job of helping people process how to unpack material from time periods that we're studying. And so that's why I asked you to fill out this form. So you'll save the document. Let's say I save it to my computer. And then once I save it, I will rename it. See all the little things here that I typed in that mean nothing, but just sharing. So I'll save it, and then maybe I'll say something like my last name just to record the document. Now it's saved. Save it to my desktop. Go back. Then to upload it, I would click on Primary Source Lab, choose the document itself, and then click Submit. I'm not going to do it because I'm the author of the class, and so it won't let me submit. But that is how you do this this work. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what you all come up with.